Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Labor Day. It's a beautiful day, hot. My car's showing 91 degrees outside here in South Florida. Uh, I'm a little bit red. Just came out of the gym. You got to keep yourself healthy after those 50 years. I'm 57, by the way. And no, I just wanted to touch on the subject of, I know people are struggling in this economy, being Labor Day and all. I just wanted to touch on the subject about saving money, especially on cars. New cars are just crazy for the average person without going into heavy debt. You could have excellent credit, whatever, but why do you want that kind of debt in your life? There's so much freedom to be without that. Anyhow, I just wanted to show you an example of like good buys you can get, and I've seen them still like on Auto Trader or Facebook Marketplace, that you could get them pretty cheap. I have a 2007 Lexus ES350. I'm a big Toyota, Lexus fan, Honda, especially for daily commuter cars, and very reliable. So far it's been pretty trouble free since I've had it. The only defect I had in my car since I've owned it is it's called the VVTi oil line, and it's got like a rubber coupling. I had no clue about it. I've got the 3.5 liter V6, and one day I'm driving. Thank God I was in the city. I was only doing maybe 35, 40 miles an hour, and all of a sudden I saw my oil light come on. So me, being pretty mechanically inclined, the first thing I did was shut off the car and pulled over. And as soon as I saw, I said, what happened? The oil filter fell off. Like not too long before that, I had changed the oil at the Toyota dealership that I usually go to. So I say, maybe they messed up. The oil filter wasn't back fully on or whatever. So when I get out of the car, I look out. I see this big oil puddle out there on the passenger side, towards the passenger side. I'm like, oh man, I know it's not a blown engine, because the engine was, before I shut it off, it was no noise, no nothing. So it turned out to be this defect that Lexus had on these motors back in the day. They replaced it, I think, in 2011 or something like that. They started replacing with the full metal line, the upgraded. But like I said, I had no clue about it whatsoever. I had the car towed to the Lexus dealership at the time. I remember I was on a trip to Orlando, so everything was happening the day I was leaving. So I couldn't like really hold the car at my house and see what's going on and redo my research on it. So anyway, I got it done. It wasn't that costly to get it done, but the problem was they replaced it with the same defective line. They didn't put like the upgraded line, and although it's not that the line like I'm due to blow again any minute or whatever, but it I checked the VIN number on my car with the Lexus maintenance records, and it said it was replaced by the original owner. I'm the second owner of this car. By the original owner, by the Lexus, about 10 years ago. So it gave that line lasted about 10 years. So I'm not too worried about it. And buying that upgraded line is pretty inexpensive also, and the labor from what I hear is not expensive either to install it. But anyway, getting back to the original subject, that's like minor problems like that. Not if you know about it beforehand. Whatever car you're gonna buy, research the car, uh, see any problems it may have, those model years or whatever, and definitely buy something used, affordable, that you could have no car payments whatsoever. And like I said, the good deals are out there. I paid. What I've had this car. I bought this car in 2020. I've had it for 3 years already. It had 100,000 miles exactly. 100,000 and like 300 and something. And right now I'm looking at 121 471. And the car's been great. Gas mileage is awesome. My average combination 25 if I go straight highway. I've gotten 32 miles per gallon on the straight highway. cruising at the speed limit, which over here is 70, 65, 70. And but I paid out the door at the time. I paid something like $9,500 for this car, and it has been great. It's just so. And before that, I had a 2019 Camaro SS 1LE. I'm a big sports car fanatic, and I've had a lot of cars in the past. And the only reason I got rid of that Camaro, I love that Camaro. It's like a straight track car. The 1LE version of those cars is just awesome. The power, the handling, the brakes. But the only reason I got rid of that car was because when the COVID started, I'm the type that I'm always keeping track of the market, on houses, on cars, stuff like that. So when COVID came, I noticed I would always check my car's value, like through Carvana, Vroom, these different websites and online websites. And I see my cars, in the beginning, before COVID broke out, I had paid like 42 out the door for my car, brand new. In the beginning, about a year after I owned the car, those websites were saying, oh, we'll give you 29. I think, most of them were like 28, 29. And until once the COVID hit, I started seeing 31, 32, 34. I was like, hey, I've never seen something like that where your used car is going up in value. Now we know the repercussions of all that, with the COVID, how the used car prices are crazy now. But anyhow, the price of the car went up dramatically. I pretty much got back, I think, short of I think it was like 38 grand I got back from my car after a year and a half of driving it. So, you couldn't even rent a car for that cheap, especially that car. And I enjoyed it, but as I don't get attached to material things, and you shouldn't also. The only thing I'm attached to is the Lord and my girlfriend and dogs. My dog died last month. Boston Terrier named Elsie, but I'm sure I'll get another one eventually. I never last more than a year between dogs. I've had dogs since 1994. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, let me show you the car real quick and show you the buy you can get for good money. I get compliments all the time. A lot of people can't believe it's a 2007. The only thing that gives it away a little bit, the headlights are fading a little bit, yellowing. I clean them every once in a while, but it doesn't last long. Maybe a month or two. And then, so I just re-clean them anytime it needs it, which is about due now. Let me give you a quick peek at the car. Hold on a second. Yep, that's my Lexus right there. So you can see the headlights getting a little yellowish there. The car runs, if you touch that engine doesn't move. So smooth. It is in great shape. No funny noises, no squeak. I put new tires, shocks. The normal maintenance, you still gotta take care of your car. You don't expect to buy a used car and not do nothing to it. That's for sure. But I don't have no car payments. So, in the time I've owned my car, in those 3 years, I might have put in, as far as maintenance-wise, major stuff, not including oil changes. That's just normal. And oil changes, they recommend like dealerships like 10,000 miles on synthetic, but I do it every 5,000. But they like I said, every 5,000. But I've put a total between the shocks, tires, brakes. I changed an axle on the left side. It wasn't making noise or anything. It was just the rubber boot was leaking some, and I just changed the whole axle. Had it changed. Everything, I think a total into it, maybe 3 grand with the tires, shocks, everything included. There was a few other things that I know I'm missing. Brake flushes, antifreeze flush. Just a few things I'm sure I'm missing there. But yeah, it was about 3 grand. So, I mean, that's in 3 years, that I've had this car. So, any car is going to need your normal wear and tear maintenance. New car, you don't have to worry too much about that, but you got them car payments. every month. Especially the current car prices and car payments. I've heard anywhere from 5, 6, 7, even $1,000 a month. It's just unbelievable to me. You know, I feel sorry for the young kids. Young people nowadays in this time, because when I first moved out here to South Florida, I remember I came from North Carolina, Charlotte, and over there for a one bedroom, I was working for the airlines at the time, and for a one bedroom, I was paying $315 a month. Nice place in a development. I moved to South Florida, Miami, when I first got here, and my first apartment, it was a one bedroom, one bath, top floor, which is 5 stories, overlooking a golf course, beautiful balcony, huge balcony, as a matter of fact, and I was paying $475, and I thought that was expensive. Now, I looked at I was renting before I bought my current house. In between houses, I was renting at an apartment at a nice complex out in Weston, and I was paying, when I first rented it, it was $1,300 a month for a one bedroom. Beautiful. Weston is very nice. Then I recently checked it just out of curiosity to see what they're going for. It's anywhere from $2,100 to $2,300 for a 790 square foot apartment. I'm like, that is nuts. That's crazy. A young person, back in 1990, I was making, which was considered a lot back then, like $13 an hour. Nowadays, even if you're making $20 an hour, $22 an hour, having to pay that kind of rent, you can't afford it. You can't afford it. That's why so many young people live with their parents still. But yeah, guys, just wanted to, for you hard workers out there, being Labor Day, I just want you to maximize your life, make the most out of your money, live a life to the fullest. Remember, always put God first in everything you do. At least I do. And I've I can't even count my blessings. He's blessed me so much. Like I always say, work like you're working for the Lord. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing at your job. If they're being lazy, not doing their part, as long as you do your part, what you're supposed to do, you're fine. Enjoy life. Be good to your partner, family. I know we all have problems sometimes with family and stuff like that. You got to learn to forgive, and the same way you expect the Lord to forgive you. Anyhow, guys, enjoy your day. It's hot. I know it's gonna get hot. I'm gonna see if I hit the pool later on in a little bit, and I will talk to you guys soon enough. If you like my channel, please subscribe, give me a like, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.